What's going on, guys? This is the Wisdom Matrix, and this video is about something I talked about in the previous video. It's basically it's about how your thoughts are made up of less than mist, and the only thing that keeps them together is your belief in them and your emotional, I don't want to say attachment, your emotional reaction to them. Those are the only things that keep thoughts together. And the way to look at this, and the reason why this is important to know before we get started with this, is because when you're so stuck inside of your own idea, your own life and whatever, and you don't realize you're suffering and all this stuff. You think that all this stuff is horrible and whatever. You don't realize how easy it is to get rid of this stuff. So that's why I'm giving you a technique here to notice this. To notice that your thoughts are less than mist. So what is the technique? Well, it's this. Be aware. Just think something in your head and be aware of that thought. And notice something that I'm talking about. But before you do any of that, notice that. Well, not notice. Hold. Just This is not the content of the thought. Like, say you think something like, I don't know, I gotta go eat something today. I gotta go eat something. I'm hungry, right? When I say be aware of the thought, I don't mean be aware of the content of the thought, which is what I just said. Like, I gotta go eat. I'm hungry, something like that. Right? When you're aware of the underlying essence of the thought. And there is a little bit of something there, right? Especially if you ascribe something to it, if you ascribe truth to it or whatever. So just be aware of that thought. Notice that thought. And then just think to yourself, well, this thought isn't true. This thought isn't real. And see what happens to the essence of that thought. And when I say the essence, I don't mean that there's any words or like any images or anything. There's something beyond that. When you're thinking a thought, it's like, I don't know how to describe it, but it's basically I don't know. I guess it's partly awareness or something, but there's something there beyond the words and the images and the objects in your mind or whatever it is. There's like a little bit of an essence there. And then just think to yourself, well, this thought isn't true. It's easy to do with something that you're not real, certain about or truthful about or whatever. And the same thing can be done in the opposite direction, right? Say, I don't know. So you can think the same thing, I guess, right? I'm hungry, I gotta go eat something. You can think, yeah, this thought is true. You can be aware of that same essence and then say the same thing and see what happens. You'll be surprised at what happens, right? The thought essence, it becomes stronger when you think that. When you think it's true. When you think it's actually real. And that is exactly why ideology happens, why indoctrination happens, because you think your thoughts are real or permanent, or that they're actually based on reality or whatever. But the truth is that you're creating this reality, and you don't realize that you're doing this. because most of the time when you think a thought, you don't realize that you think that your thoughts, I don't know, it's hard to describe because you're not like aware of how it works. So when you're not aware, you become convinced that this, well, not convinced that it's real necessarily, but you become a part of this thought. That's how the ego continues as itself. So just think to yourself, well, this thought isn't me. I'm not a part of this thought. What's beyond this thought? You can try and like put your awareness beyond the thought. Or you can even do, like I said, with the essence thing. Is this essence of the thought me? Is this actually me? No, I don't think this is me, because the thought disappears. So that's how you go beyond the ego into, like the spirit or whatever. Well, not even necessarily the spirit, but you get beyond the ego, which, you become less reactive, at least for that moment. So, I know this video is a bit different, but this is how you can pretty much remove a lot of the ego from your mind. So, anyways, this is the Wisdom Matrix. If you like this video, please like it, share it, subscribe if you like it, so that you'll get notified when I make a new video. So, this is the Wisdom Matrix, and I'll see you in the next video.